Hey guys, and welcome back for another video with Fiat Destroyer. Thank you for joining me today. I do hope that you are enjoying the view before your eyes at this very moment. This nice spread of gold that we have here. That's right, I got out some gold to show you guys as we're talking about gold today. And we've been talking about gold a lot on my channel this year, those of you that have been following along. So yeah, I just wanted to come on and talk about that. I wanted to talk about the 100 pieces of gold challenge. I believe there are a few of you that have begun following me and watching my videos and may not really know what this 100 pieces of gold challenge is and what it's all about. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit. And I will say right off the bat that this video is not scripted. I did not sit down and write bullet points or anything to go off of, so it's just off the cuff, flying by the seat of my pants, but here we go. Alright, so first off, I want to talk a little bit about what was going on with me as a stacker earlier this year. Before I even heard about the 100 pieces of gold challenge, I was already taking a deeper interest in gold. In fact, I can say the same for quite a large portion of the stacker community. There are many of us that I would put in the range of starting our stacking journey between 12 and 24-30 months ago, if that makes sense. And many of the stackers within that group have already amassed a significant portion of silver and are getting more and more interest in stacking gold, having more of their portfolio in gold. And I was a part of that. I took more and more interest in gold. The more gold I got, the more I wanted. And not that I was against silver or tired of silver, bored of silver, or even felt that I had enough silver. In fact, I still don't have as much silver as I really want to have as a critical starting point for my stack. But obviously, it's taking a while to get there. Now, along with that, I do want to build gold in the stack. So that is a lot of how I found myself in the first several months of this year. And I will say I did start my kind of real stacking journey not quite 2 years ago. So that puts me in that range that I mentioned earlier. Now, without getting into too much more depth about all of that, I came across the 100 pieces of gold challenge. And honestly, I'm not really sure who it was where I first heard about it, but the person that invented it is Inefficient Stacker, and if I remember, I will put a link to his channel in the description below. So yes, shout out to Inefficient Stacker. He is highly entertaining, has quite a large following. There's kind of a little subset of people that are just huge fans of fish, and I'm definitely a fan of fish. I watch pretty much all of his videos. But anyway, he came up with this 100 pieces of gold challenge. Now, Inefficient Stacker, or Fish as he calls himself, in fact I probably already said Fish without even realizing it, he is what he says he is. He's an inefficient stacker, but that basically means he likes to stack fractional gold and different things that many of us may say is an inefficient way to stack, and yet he has the math to prove that it actually is still a good way to stack, and I thoroughly agree. I don't only stack 1 ounce pieces, such as this 1 ounce gold eagle right here, but I also stack 1/10 ounce pieces. Like here's a 1/10 ounce Krugerrand, and here's a 1/10 ounce gold eagle. And then there's these dos pesos, Mexican gold pesos. Here I'll give you a better look at these, although you have seen them often if you've been watching my channel. And these are actually a little less than 1/20th of an ounce. So that would make it a little less than 1/2 of a 1/10 ounce. Alright, so anyway, I found out about the 100 Pieces of Gold challenge and then totally binge watched all of the 100 Pieces of Gold challenge videos on Inefficient Stacker's channel, including the first several where he talked about the challenge. Now, I'm not going to remember everything, but pretty much it's a challenge that you take on yourself. You don't challenge anyone else. Nobody challenged me to do the 100 Pieces of Gold challenge. I challenged myself. I chose to join the challenge. The challenge is, as the Inefficient Stacker's rules are, to grow your stack of gold to be 100 pieces strong. 100 different individual pieces of gold. And he also attached the parameter that at the end of 100 pieces of gold, or when the challenge is complete, you will have at least 5 troy ounces of gold. And that would make the average size, if you have 100 pieces of gold and you have exactly 5 ounces, then the average size of gold piece in the stack would be at least 1/20 of an ounce, or rather it would be 1/20 of an ounce. So theoretically you could stack 100 1/20th ounce pieces of gold and then have 5 troy ounces. Now obviously if it was a dos peso it wouldn't work because they're slightly less than 1/20 of an ounce. That was a nice gold sound we got there accidentally. So anyway, I don't have 100 pieces of gold yet, but I'm well over 5 ounces. I'm actually over 8 ounces of gold, so I don't have anything to worry about there. And then later on in the challenge, I will say that Inefficient Stacker added another parameter for himself, and that was that every piece he bought, the next piece could be that size or larger. He could not go down in size. Alright, so that was just an extra thing that he added on for himself. I don't have that for myself. So if I go and buy a 1 ounce gold eagle, like I obviously have, then that doesn't mean that every piece after that has to be at least 1 ounce in size. I just don't have that parameter for myself. I don't feel like I need it. I wanted to talk a little bit about what the 100 Pieces of Gold challenge has done for me personally, for Fiat Destroyer. Now, I would say that there has been a lot of support. Many of you watching my videos and commenting. Here, I should show off a few of these in a little bit closer detail for you guys to enjoy. This is a gold sovereign here. In fact, over here I have 4 gold sovereigns in this 5 dice pattern, and in the center is a half gold sovereign. Alright, so this is the oldest one right here. As I was saying, there has been a lot of support, and I do really appreciate that from the community. And it has been a tremendous joy and very rewarding to embark on this journey of stacking 100 pieces of gold. And when I started out, I think I was right around 30 or maybe 30 couple, and right now my paper says 60, so that means I've essentially doubled the pieces of gold, and I think well more than doubled the actual weight of gold in the stack. So that's pretty cool. So yes, that is one of the benefits of doing the 100 Pieces of Gold challenge, is that your gold stack actually grows, of course. That's just how it's going to be. And for me personally, I'm not trying to get there as fast as I can. I have grown an affinity for these dos pesos, so it kind of looks like I'm trying to get there sooner rather than later by having lots of these. They're just like so cool, these cute little gold coins. But at the same time, I've also been picking up bigger pieces. In fact, recently I showed a coin that was nearly 1/2 ounce in size, so I will say that. And I also got this 1 ounce piece after I began the challenge. This is just a marvelous piece. I only have one 1 ounce piece of gold, so this is by far kind of the most impressive in that way, being the biggest and heaviest. Another benefit of doing the 100 Pieces of Gold challenge is that I've learned more about the different gold coins that are out there and what is well sought after. Like these sovereigns here, they're very liquid. And the 20 franc coins, I don't have any of those out today, but those are also very, very liquid. Even though they're not talked as much even though they're not talked about as much within our community, they are liquid in the gold investing worldwide. Now this coin right here is super nice. This is a King George design, and I don't know the names of all these. So here I was just saying I've been learning more, but I still don't know all the names, exact official names for everything. But this is one I remember that I bought for being in average circulated condition, and as you can tell, it is thoroughly mint state. And I'll also show off this piece here, which is the same design, but this is a half sovereign, and I just happened to get a good deal on this on eBay. In fact, a lot of what you see here, not near all of them, but a lot of them, I purchased on eBay during an eBay box promotion and ended up getting these under spot or very close to spot. So that's great. And this piece here actually is my first sovereign, and then this one is the second, this is the third, and this is the fourth. And from oldest to newest, I believe it would go from on the top left to right, and then the bottom left to right. And of course, another benefit of embarking on the 100 pieces of gold challenge is that I have been even more driven to save my fiat when I can. When it comes to personal finances, I've been more driven to save and avoid unnecessary spending, and also to find new ways to basically acquire more fiat, work harder if you will, find some side hustles to create some extra income. In fact, I would actually be interested in talking more about personal finance on this channel, but I would pose it here as a question. If any of you like that idea, I would invite you to let me know in the comments what you think about that. I would enjoy talking about personal finance more if there is interest in that. Let's see, let's get a piece we haven't shown off much yet. So yeah guys, basically as I progressed along throughout this year of stacking gold and silver, I kind of changed a lot in the way I stack versus how I stacked last year, which was my first full year of stacking, the year 2019. Last year I would often put in an order for precious metals every so often. It wasn't planned every specific amount of time. I did do some shopping at a local coin shop, but not the ones I visit as much now. But I would buy a lot online about every week or every other week, and I would put in a lot of orders, just over $100 or so to get the free shipping. Sometimes they were more, sometimes it was several $100s at a time. But this year it's been a lot more of saving for a longer amount of time and then picking up more metal at a time. And of course, with the whole pandemic going on, then that changed how things operate in a lot of ways, and that does not exclude precious metals. Here I'm not sure if I showed off this side of the dos pesos. I'll let you guys take a look at that. Really cool. I like this little subset design with the eagle. Someday I'm going to do a video about the gold pesos once I have all of them. Some of you may know that part of the 100 pieces of gold, I'm actually stacking the entire, or collecting the Mexican gold peso lineup. So it's the dos, which is 2, and then 2.5, 5, 10, 20, and 50. And I still need the 20 and the 50. So I'm working on saving for the 20, and then after that I will work on saving for the 50. And hope I can get it before gold just goes to the moon, but we will see. We'll see how that goes. So yeah, I've got different plans for fitting into the 100 pieces of gold challenge. I would love to get a gold buffalo as part of the challenge, but we will see. Now here's one I didn't show off yet. I would also like to put together a typeset collection of pre-33 gold. Not all of the obscure ones that are crazy expensive, but the more commonly circulated ones back in the day. I do hope to put that collection together as I'm still working on this 100 pieces of gold challenge. And of course, going beyond the 100 pieces of gold, I will keep on stacking gold. I believe that gold is the ultimate form of money and wealth, and that having gold is basically having wealth. You are preserving your wealth, and I don't think that you should put all of your money into gold, of course. You need to put some of your money or your fiat to work and have it make more money for you. Again, that's kind of alluding to personal finance things, but yeah, I do think that gold is a great way to basically just ensure your wealth and even more actually truly have it. Alright, so maybe I'll have to do another video about that, but yeah, there we go. Showed this particular coin off very recently, so you'll probably remember it if you are a watcher of almost all my videos. This is a thin one, just over 1/10 of an ounce. So yeah, guys, that's probably not everything on my mind when it comes to the 100 pieces of gold challenge and gold stacking in general, but I did want to just have a video talking about this, and hopefully this has been entertaining. But don't go yet, because I have a little bit of more gold to add actually, and that is this piece right here. So I wanted to unbox this and show it on the channel, but I just felt that it wasn't really enough of a video to only unbox the 1/10 ounce of gold. And this is a gold eagle, but I'm showing the reverse because this flip has some information on it that could be a potential security threat or something. Maybe not a security threat, but it could just possibly give away my identity, so I don't want to do that. And yeah, you can enjoy it through the flip. I'm actually going to bust out of the flip, and I will say that I purchased this on eBay and got eBay bucks back, so I got it for a really good price. Not an insanely good price, but a really good price. I'll just leave it at that. And I was drawn to this particular piece because of a certain feature on this coin, which I will reveal in a moment. Alright guys, so once again, here is the coin now being held in my actual fingers. Also, really great to actually touch your gold. Gold does not react to things, so you don't have to worry about touching it. Maybe proof coins would be an exception. But yes, I do really love this design and feel sad about the design changing, but I will try to get used to it, and I will certainly have some examples of the new gold eagle in my collection. But here guys, it's the obverse, and also herein is the reason that I chose this particular piece or was drawn to it. I will say that usually on eBay you can't get gold eagles with eBay bucks back, so this was an exception to that because of the way that the seller had categorized it in their listing. But not sure how well you can see, but maybe you can see that the date on this coin is 2003. Now you may wonder, what is so special about 2003? Well, what's special about 2003 is that is when this gold eagle was minted. There you can see 2003. And if you don't know the story, I got this full ounce gold eagle back in May or June, somewhere around there, at my local coin shop, at my favorite local coin shop actually, Chambersburg Coin Exchange, which is featured on my channel. Walked in there with a wad of fiat, and I walked out with this. That was a tremendous experience. I think something clicked in my mind when that happened, and yeah, not that this year was one that I would choose, but this is the only one he had, and he sold it to me for $2 over a spot, which is just crazy. A really good deal. This guy Gary has given me many good deals. But yeah, when I found another 2003 gold eagle, I thought, why not? So we'll see. Maybe eventually I can find the half and the quarter. I don't know. That would be great. I actually do not have a single half-ounce eagle or half-ounce anything, and I also don't have a quarter-ounce eagle. But there we go, guys. So that's another 1/10 ounce of gold. So that means we need to update my 100 pieces of gold paper. And there we go, guys. As you can see, we've broken past the 60 mark and added another 1/10 ounce of gold to the weight there. And that's another advantage of doing the 100 pieces of gold challenge, is that I get to have a paper like this and I know exactly how many pieces of gold I have in my stack, and I know how much weight I have, so that's pretty cool. I will say that that's another benefit of doing the 100 pieces of gold challenge. And as far as my timeline for this, I hope I can complete this challenge next year, 2021, but we will see. If I can't complete it that year, it's not going to be the end of the world to me either. Alright guys, well, I do hope that you enjoyed this video, and I also want to say that I encourage you to consider doing the 100 pieces of gold challenge. I know there are a few of you that I have spoken to directly and invited in a way, but don't take that as pressure. I don't want to pressure anybody. This is something that you have to decide and know for yourself if it's something you want to do. And maybe you can try doing just a 10 pieces of gold challenge. I mean, really, like, just have some goals and some strategy to help you in your stacking journey. Well guys, there is no silver in this video, so for the end of the video here, I'm going to say remember to keep stacking the gold. I also want to say I'm going to have my 100 pieces of gold challenge playlist at the end of the video here, so if you haven't seen those videos, I invite you to check those out, the 100 pieces of gold challenge playlist. And yeah, let's go here. We've got a lot of gold to stack up. Let's see, I guess we're down to the 1/10 ounce size. This is not all the gold. This is by no means a full gold stack video, though I do think that would be a great video to make here at the end of 2020. So there we go. We've got it all stacked up into a pyramid there. You guys can't see the side profile quite like I can, but I can try and give you a glimpse here as we turn it a bit on the side. So a nice little chunk of gold right there. So it's pretty impressive how much value is packed into just a small space. But yeah guys, so if I can finally get to the end of the video, remember to keep stacking the gold, and remember to keep destroying that fiat.